This is Arlington, where the Dallas Cowboys' $1.15 billion AT&T Stadium is getting a $295 million facelift. Inside this monumental transformation lies a bold quest, bringing the world's game to Texas for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Originally built as a shrine to American football, this colossal venue is now pushing its limits, raising the field and stretching to FIFA's standards to host soccer's biggest spectacle. With the most World Cup matches set to unfold here, Arlington is ready to claim the global spotlight. This renovation isn't just about meeting requirements, it's about surpassing them. With 80,000 seats, upgraded club and suite areas, and an unmatched sense of Texas pride, Arlington is rolling out the welcome mat for the world. Bigger, better, and unmistakably Texan. In the early 2000s, the Dallas Cowboys faced a pivotal crossroads. Texas Stadium, their emblematic home since 1971, had begun to show its age, lacking the modern amenities and grandeur that a franchise like the Cowboys demanded. Owner Jerry Jones initially sought locations within Dallas to retain that hometown pride, yet negotiations with local officials stalled, constrained by their reluctance to fund a stadium worthy of America's team. The prospect of relocating loomed. Arlington swooped in with a willingness to play ball where Dallas would not. Offering public funding and full-throated support, Arlington became the lifeline that Dallas couldn't. This turning point led to the construction of AT&T Stadium, which opened its doors in 2009, providing the Cowboys with a new home that truly matched their aspirations. Grand, audacious, and unmistakably Texan. Now, 15 years later, AT&T Stadium is gearing up for its next major chapter, driven by the urgency of meeting FIFA's rigorous standards for the upcoming 2026 World Cup.
And is today to put on the greatest event with any resource or any effort that we can make with the Dallas Cowboys or using AT&T Stadium.
With 9 matches of the world's most watched sporting event to be played here, AT&T Stadium will be under the global microscope, every detail scrutinized, and every upgrade essential to ensure a seamless experience and a memorable success. Next, we'll uncover how the initial budget was stretched far beyond expectations and who ended up footing the bill for these ambitious overruns. But before that, let's delve into the obstacles that stood in the way of bringing this vision to life. Building AT&T Stadium was anything but straightforward. It was a journey marked by significant obstacles. The use of public funds for a privately leased stadium didn't sit well with taxpayers. Public skepticism loomed large, and they had to be convinced that this wasn't just an extravagant toy, but a catalyst for the community. Then came the engineering challenges. The stadium demanded monumental feats of construction. 2 steel arches, the longest single-span arches in the world at the time, had to be erected. The foundation called for creativity too, with 8,000 soil nails and slurry wall boxes providing the stability needed for this colossal structure to rise. Even after the grand opening in 2009, the challenges didn't simply fade away. Maintaining a venue of this magnitude proved as demanding as building it. Unexpected issues arose, like the glare from the east-west field orientation, turning afternoon games into impromptu sunbathing sessions for players. High energy consumption during major events drew scrutiny, with environmental advocates pointing to the stadium's outsized carbon footprint as yet another hurdle. Fast forward to today, and the stadium is on the verge of transformation. The goal? To turn this quintessentially American football fortress into a global football stage. Or to put it in simpler terms for Americans, convert a football stadium into a soccer stadium. This means widening the playing surface to meet FIFA's requirements. A feat easier said than done. Because the stadium is owned by the city of Arlington, renovations also involve navigating a labyrinth of city approvals and public scrutiny. And then, of course, there's the financial puzzle. The Cowboys alone can't foot the entire bill, which means different funding options are on the table. This is the final unforgiving challenge. The clock is ticking, and with the World Cup looming in 2026, every day counts. Delays aren't just inconvenient, they're potentially catastrophic for an event of this magnitude. Get ready to discover the staggering number of LCD screens that surround fans, along with one of the largest high-definition displays ever installed in a stadium. But first, let's talk about the financial hurdles, how budget overruns climbed, and who took on the extra burden. Building AT&T Stadium wasn't just an engineering marvel, it was also a high-stakes financial balancing act. The original budget was set at $650 million, but by the time the dust settled, the cost had ballooned to $1.15 billion. The city of Arlington stepped up with over $325 million through bonds, funded by a 0.5% sales tax increase, a 2% hike in hotel occupancy tax, and a 5% car rental tax. These public contributions were crucial to securing the funds needed to bring the dream to life. On the private side, owner Jerry Jones covered cost overruns. The NFL pitched in too, with $150 million from its G3 funding program, designed to support stadium construction across the league. Construction began in 2005, and despite a host of engineering and logistical challenges, AT&T Stadium opened its doors in 2009, right on schedule. It exceeded expectations, both in scale and in cost. Today, AT&T Stadium faces a new financial juggling act, a $295 million renovation to prepare for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Funding for this upgrade involves a blend of private investment and league-supported financing. Jerry Jones is once again at the helm, spearheading private reinvestment, while seeking league approval to redirect the Cowboys' contributions to the NFL shared gate revenue back into the stadium. He's also pursuing a waiver for the NFL's $600 million debt limit, aiming to secure further financing. The timeline for renovations is nothing short of ambitious. Work began in December 2023, with a targeted completion by July 2025. Just over 18 months to bring AT&T Stadium up to FIFA's exacting standards. The clock is ticking, and whether this tight deadline can be met remains to be seen. Next, we'll reveal how the number of annual events originally planned for this venue was quickly surpassed by an astonishing figure that no one saw coming. But before that, let's take a closer look at the impressive technological features, including the sheer number of LCD displays and the massive high-definition screen that dominates the stadium. AT&T Stadium stands as a testament to architectural grandeur and engineering precision, a landmark capable of hosting everything from NFL games to world-class concerts.
Get them on the same page, let them understand the importance of the building and the goal. We were going to create the greatest stadium in the world.
The stadium's structural backbone features 14,100 tons of high-tensile steel, which is a type of steel specifically designed to withstand high stress before breaking, making it ideal for large-scale structures like stadiums. Supporting this enormous structure are two colossal arched trusses that span 1,225 feet, the equivalent of nearly 4 football fields in length. These trusses direct an impressive 19 million pounds of force into thrust blocks, distributing the weight evenly to maintain structural integrity. For stability, the foundation uses an 18-foot wide, 176-foot long slurry wall box, built with a concrete reinforced slurry wall technique. This involves using a mixture of water and clay to support excavations, which is later filled with concrete to ensure the entire structure has a strong, stable base. Similar to building a secure foundation for a house, but on a much larger scale. The retractable roof panels are covered with a translucent tensile fabric membrane, measuring 256 by 410 feet, an area comparable to 2 jumbo jets parked wing to wing. This fabric allows natural light to filter in while protecting against unpredictable Texas weather. The roof opens or closes in just 12 minutes. Thanks to a rack and pinion drive system, which works similarly to gears in a car, converting rotational motion into the linear movement that shifts the roof panels. Additionally, the retractable end-zone glass doors, standing 180 feet wide by 120 feet high, about the height of an 11-story building, open fully in 18 minutes, allowing fresh air to flow through, blending the comfort of an indoor stadium with an open-air experience. Inside, AT&T Stadium comfortably seats 80,000 fans, expandable to 105,000 with standing room, making it the largest stadium in the NFL by capacity. The 5 levels of 380 luxury suites and 15,000 club seats offer a variety of experiences, from exclusive premium lounges to the shared excitement of the main stand. The playing field is positioned 50 feet below street level, creating an amphitheater effect that enhances sightlines and immerses spectators in the action, much like sitting in a theater where every seat has an optimized view of the stage. The stadium centerpiece is its iconic center-hung video board, measuring 160 feet long and 72 feet high. That is as tall as the Statue of Liberty's arm holding the torch. At the time of its unveiling, it was the largest high-definition display in the world. This screen, along with 3,000 Sony LCD displays spread across suites, concourses, and concessions, ensures that no moment is missed. The ongoing renovation is about transforming AT&T Stadium to meet FIFA's requirements for the 2026 World Cup. The playing field will be raised by 15 feet and expanded to 105 by 68 meters, approximately 115 by 74 yards, to meet international standards. The synthetic turf will be replaced with natural grass, which is essential for international football, since natural surfaces are preferred for better player safety and performance. The lower bowl seating will be reconfigured, retaining over 80,000 seats while accommodating the larger field dimensions. Upgrades will also enhance the premium club and suite areas with new finishes and seating improvements, ensuring that corporate clients remain comfortable and engaged. During the World Cup, the stadium will temporarily be renamed Dallas Stadium to comply with FIFA's non-corporate naming policy. AT&T Stadium has been nothing short of an economic powerhouse for Arlington, driving growth far beyond expectations. Originally expected to host 20 to 30 events annually, it now boasts around 300 events each year, turning it into a year-round catalyst for local revenue. Since the stadium opened in 2009, hotel revenue has surged by 72%, while sales tax revenue grew by 36%. Annual hotel-motel tax revenue rose from $5.39 million in 2008 to over $9.25 million in 2018, and sales tax revenue jumped from $46 million to $63 million. Initially, this economic windfall positioned Arlington to pay off stadium debt 13 years early, though plans changed when the debt was refinanced to support Globe Life Field, the new home of the Texas Rangers, essentially a double down on investment with double the returns. Employment impacts have also been significant. During its initial development phase, AT&T Stadium created over 1,200 construction jobs, and it currently supports 4,000 ongoing positions related to stadium operations, events, and local businesses benefiting from increased tourism. The current renovations are expected to generate hundreds of additional construction jobs, while the upcoming FIFA World Cup matches will inject new employment opportunities for the local workforce. High-profile events such as the Super Bowl and WrestleMania have brought millions into the local economy. The 2011 Super Bowl alone contributed $620 million, while WrestleMania 38 in 2022 generated $206.5 million. One can only imagine the impact of hosting 9 World Cup matches, which are projected to surpass previous economic contributions. It will inject hundreds of millions more into the local economy. The stadium's influence on Arlington's real estate has been profound. The development of Arlington Entertainment District, anchored by projects like Texas Live and Globe Life Field, has already transformed the area into a vibrant year-round destination. Improved stadium facilities will attract even more tourists, events, and businesses beyond the FIFA World Cup, driving greater demand for real estate and boosting property values. Arlington zip code 76018 has already been ranked among the top 10 hottest housing markets in the US, and the post-renovation influx of international visitors and events will likely keep it there.
House, or what some people call a single-family home, is now exceeding $1 million in Arlington.
Additionally, the stadium generates $2 million annually in rent from the Cowboys and $500,000 from naming rights, steadily contributing to Arlington's general fund. Revenue streams expected to grow as the upgraded venue attracts higher profile events and increased attendance. Beyond the economic metrics, AT&T Stadium serves as a community hub. It hosts everything from high school graduations to local gatherings and events like the NFL Draft, fostering community engagement and inspiring youth to get involved in sports. Environmentally, the stadium attempts to balance spectacle with sustainability. The retractable roof and expansive glass doors allow for natural lighting, reducing the need for artificial lights. The soft-top convertible turf system also helps manage surface changes efficiently, minimizing environmental impact. Yet despite these efforts, the sheer size and frequency of events mean energy consumption remains a notable concern, though for a venue designed to be larger than life, it's perhaps an unavoidable trade-off. As AT&T Stadium undergoes its transformation, it's not just preparing to host the world's biggest sporting event, it's setting a new standard. From architectural marvels to profound economic impacts, Arlington's landmark is poised to take the global stage, proving that Texas-sized ambition isn't just a saying, it's a reality. The world is coming to Arlington, and AT&T Stadium is ready to make history once again. Ready to be amazed by the next groundbreaking construction project? Click on the video now and dive into a world where engineering and imagination collide. See you there.